They are back. Welcome back to WUB Network, America's sports leader. The Seattle Supersonics, one of the two expansion teams this season, along with the Virginia Beach Barracudas. The Sonics open up their season at home against the Pacers. Before we get started, just an update on what's coming to WUB Network in the coming days. We've got highlights coming up of the some baseball games from the MLB Season Sim, along with the NBA Season Sim next week. I've also got a NASCAR Heat 3 video, ideally next weekend, Flex Seal Series, but probably going to be the middle of the following week where I barely have any school that week. And then I go into work on the Daytona 500. But if you remember back in August, there was an expansion draft for the Sonics and the Barracudas. A lot of good players. The Sonics have an interesting roster. Let's look into the Sonics roster before we get going here. Their planned starting lineup: Quinn Cook from the Warriors, Wesley Matthews from the Mavericks, Luke Mbah-a-Moute, last time we saw him, he was with the Rockets, Markieff Morris, and Kelly Olynyk, the veteran Jamal Crawford, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, CJ Miles, Yogi Ferrell, John Lure, and Mike Muscala, and Jordan Crawford, Matt Wingate going to be their active players. As for these Pacers, coming off of a decent season, hello to everybody who's tuning in. Pacers did not make it to last year's playoffs, though, and last year's Season Sim. Definitely watching this kid, Miles Turner. He is definitely going to be a factor for seasons to come. So we're ready to go here. The Pacers and the Sonics as the NBA season opens up. As we've said, we're going to have a lot of games. We're going to have LeBron's first game with the Lakers coming up in the next couple days as well. The beginning of the season is going to get off kind of slowly, especially since I'm doing the MLB stuff still. But anyway, Seattle, Indiana. Sonics in their home uniforms. You see their other uniforms that they'll be using this season. So we're ready to go. Let's send it to the pregame show with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith.
Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here. And I'm really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here.
I miss you too, Ernie.
Thank you. And tonight it'll be Seattle going up against the Pacers. Taking a look at the Pacers, they're determined to begin the season as winners, to make all their off-season planning and hard work in the preseason pay off. You know what they say, you only get one chance to start the season with a win, and tonight is their chance. After a brisk off-season, it's finally upon us, fellas.
What's that?
Opening night!
Oh, tonight's opening night?
Hey!
Oh, that was a preseason game.
Shaq, your thoughts on how important it is for a team to get off to a fast start?
Well, early wins gives you confidence.
Oh, do they ever?
Makes you more intimidating to play against.
Does it ever?
I'm so excited. I miss you guys or something.
Oh, I know what you've been doing.
Here. I went to China about 59 times.
Yeah.
I went to Cancun 72 times.
Uh-huh.
And I went to the North Pole twice.
Oh, wow.
How's
So
that?
pretty uneventful summer for you.
It was bad. I was looking for Santa. I couldn't find him.
Okay, well, that's cool.
The fans, the local media, everyone is excited. And I just am excited to be here, start of the season, and you don't want to start slow. You don't want to have any rough patches early on.
What'd you do this summer?
I went fishing.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
Catch anything?
Yes, I did. I went to Dubai and went deep sea fishing.
Wow, awesome. So you were traveling all over the place? You go deep sea fishing?
What'd you do?
I cut the grass. That's awesome. Oh, that wraps it up. Let's go for it.
All right, it's time to go here. If it's in Seattle, be sure to drop a like as the Sonics, for the first time in 11 years, they'll be playing some NBA basketball. Key Arena, we're here for the Seattle Supersonics. They're back.
Thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by
All the players ready for a big game here between the Sonics and the Pacers.
the Indiana Pacers.
The tip, Turner and Olynyk were underway at Key Arena. Darren Collison out there with Victor Oladipo, Bojan Bogdanovic, Thaddeus Young, and Turner. First shot is from Oladipo, and he nails one from deep. Once again, the Sonics lineup. Quinn Cook is in the backcourt with Wesley Matthews, alongside Kelly Olynyk and a couple others. As Olynyk in a deep corner, a three-pointer, he'll nail one of his own. Each team trade a three-pointer. The first bucket of the new age Seattle Sonics is made by Kelly Olynyk. Here comes Bogdanovich off the screen. The former net and Wizard gets inside the paint and nails the runner off the glass. And it's 5-3 Pacers. Here comes Quinn Cook with it. Cook over to Olynyk. Back to Quinn Cook. Sold out crowd here in Seattle that is energetic to see some basketball again. We'll also have the Lakers taking on the other new team, the Virginia Beach Bayhawks, in a couple days. As fade away from Olynyk, not going to go off the back iron. Rebound, Miles Turner. Here comes Darren Collison the other way. The veteran point guard feeds Turner top of the key. Now Bogdanovich on the right wing. Bogdanovich inside, Thaddeus Young working inside on Morris. Steps, makes a nice move inside, can't get it to go. Marcus Morris the rebound. Here comes Quinn Cook, who really made his name in last season with the Warriors in the playoffs, especially when Klay Thompson was hurt for much of the Timberwolves series. As that shot sent back by Turner, Olynyk can't hit the follow-up, and here come the Pacers. 2 minutes gone now, 5-3, Indiana with the advantage. Here's Collison trying to get around Quinn Cook. Pacers, surprisingly, one of the older teams in the league, as Collison stripped by Cook. Quinn Cook lays it in on the finger roll, and we're tied at 5. Quinn Cook with the steal. He brings it down the floor for the Sonics to tie the game. To Oklahoma City, as Collison makes a move and puts it in. Nice move there by Collison in midair. The 33-year-old makes it 7-5 Indiana. 9:43 to go in quarter number 1. Cook bounce pass inside. That's Wesley Matthews. Olynyk sets a screen. Matthews works inside. Wesley Matthews now with a step back. What a block by Oladipo. Back to Marcus Morris to Mbah a Moute. Here's Cook in the right corner, makes a spin move, loses the ball. Collison fires ahead to Oladipo. Oladipo drives to the basket, gets past Wesley Matthews, and lays it in nicely. And it's 9-5 Indiana. The fancy court they got. The I love this game picture with the Seattle Space Needle. Very exciting to see the Sonics back here in Seattle, with the NBA now up to 32 teams. So it means you have exactly a 50% chance of making the playoffs. As 5 to shoot, Quinn Cook pops from 14. In and out, Miles Turner corrals the miss. Here comes Darren Collison. The pace still pretty rampant here from the Pacers, as Collison can't hit the runner from the left baseline. Here comes Wesley Matthews the other way. Matthews works inside. Now he's going to step out slightly, and Oladipo fades back out three-point line. Here's Quinn Cook at the logo. Out to the right wing, that's Kelly Olynyk. Back top of the key, that's Luke Mbah a Moute. Feeds back. Matthews off a screen, can't hit the three off the back iron. Miles Turner grabs the rebound. Here comes Collison across the timeline. Darren Collison moves to the middle. Oladipo trying to get free, and he gets it. Now feeds deep right corner. That's Thaddeus Young. He's not going to hit. Bogdanovich trying to clean up the mess. He can't. Third time's the charm as Miles Turner puts it in, and the Pacers lead 11-5 with 8:04 to go in the first quarter. Quinn Cook inside. That's Markieff Morris. Morris now back to Cook at the top of the key. Straight on to the basket, 8 to shoot. Moving over, left side, Mbah a Moute. Olynyk, step back, can't hit. Morris with the rebound, tries the second chance, puts it in off the glass. And the Sonics trail 11-7. Sonics, though, only 3 of 10 from the field in the early going. Definitely something they'll have to improve upon as this game continues. They also have to stop the run that the Pacers have had. The Pacers have been flying back and forth down the court. 8 to shoot now. Turner gets around, drives, lays it up, not going to go. Kelly Olynyk the rebound. Here comes Quinn Cook the other way. Quinn Cook resets. Sonics trying to get within a possession. Remember, if you're here, be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Lots of videos coming up in the next few days. Is Olynyk in the corner? Not going to go. Trying his second three. Couldn't hit that one, though. He's just 1 of 5 from the field. Here's Victor Oladipo. Oladipo into Young on the wing, and Young splashes a 20-footer, and the Pacers lead 13-7. Here comes Quinn Cook. The scoring has been kind of slow, only 13-7 as we near the halfway point in the first quarter. Cook trying to get around, finds Olynyk open in the deep left corner, and Olynyk nails his second three-pointer, and it's 13-10. Kelly Olynyk with 6 points, acquired from the Heat in the expansion draft. Collison finds Miles Turner at the circle, feeds Oladipo right wing. Oladipo splashes a three, his second long ball, and the Pacers are back up by 6. Both teams stroking it from long range early on. Here's Quinn Cook trying to get around. Now feeds Olynyk in the corner again. We've seen a lot of big men in these first few games of the NBA season shooting threes. Karl Anthony Towns hit 3 for the Timberwolves in a game against the Grizzlies. And here's another one, Markieff Morris. That rattles around but drops nonetheless. It's 16-13 with 5:49 to go in the first quarter. So the big change up in the NBA, aside from the players, not really any rule changes. The main things are the 2 expansion teams and the Timberwolves now completely changing their uniforms and logo, which we'll probably show at some point soon. I think we actually have highlights of something from that game. Anyway, Oladipo drives, lays it up and in off the glass, and it's 18-13 Indiana. Victor Oladipo, 10 points, and he's made all 4 shots, including a pair from beyond the arc. Here's Quinn Cook as Olynyk sets a screen. Olynyk tries to make his third three-pointer, and he does. Kelly Olynyk splashing from long range. He's got 9 points. It's 18-16. Sonics within 2 now with 5:02 to go in the first quarter. Collison finds Victor Oladipo. Turner sets the screen on Matthews. Oladipo now drives up and under. What a shot by Victor Oladipo, who's now got 12 points. Let's look at a replay of that. That is what you call agility on Victor Oladipo's part. Watch this. If we can get the proper camera angle. Here we go. Now watch Oladipo make this mid-air adjustment. That is very nice. The former Orlando and Oklahoma City player. As a timeout is going to be called here by Seattle. Sonics head coach is Tom Winters. Tom Winter played for the Charlotte Bobcats way back when, and he is the head coach of this team. They decided to go with him, while the Virginia Beach Bayhawks decided to look around and grab themselves an experienced NBA coach, and they did so in Jeff Hornacek, who had just coached the Knicks. He is now the first coach for the Bayhawks. Tom Winter getting his first chance to coach in the NBA. So it looks like the Sonics are going to bring in their entire second crew. As first off for the Pacers, Oladipo, the only one staying in. He'll now be joined by Corey Joseph, Tyreke Evans, Sabonis, and I didn't see the fifth. Anyway, Yogi Ferrell, Jamal Crawford, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in there, along with Mike Muscala. And we'll get the official update as this goes on. Anyway, Oladipo with it. Drives inside, Victor Oladipo! What a dunk by Victor Oladipo! We're going to grab a capture of that because that's got to be in the highlights of the week. Victor Oladipo with a massive jam. He's got 14 in the first quarter. Anyway, here's CJ Miles, who came from these Pacers in the expansion draft as a three-pointer for Yogi Ferrell, and the Sonics keeping pace with the Indiana Pacers. It's 22-19 now with 3:53 to go in the first quarter. Tyreke Evans coming from the Heat. Oladipo drives again, puts it up. Another shot is good for Oladipo. 7 for 7. He's got 16 points, 10 in the paint, 6 from long range. What an incredible first quarter for Victor Oladipo. Anyway, CJ Miles trying to get free inside is Muscala. He's going to grab the rebound and puts it in off the glass. And the Pacers, although Victor Oladipo is having the quarter of a career to open up the season, Seattle's keeping up with them, and they're keeping it at a 3-point game. You never know what to expect with these expansion teams, as that's not going to go for Tyreke Evans. The former Knick, Kyle O'Quinn, just into the game, though, cleans up the mess, and the Pacers lead 26-21. Here's Jamal Crawford with it, the veteran. Now on the expansion team, Muscala kicks Yogi Ferrell right of the basket. Ferrell working on Corey Joseph. Makes a quick move, now 5 to shoot. Ferrell, defense draped all over him, can't finish. Muscala tries to put it back, can't make it either. Victor Oladipo crashes the boards, and here comes Victor. He's going to feed Tyreke Evans, right back Oladipo. Oladipo still has not missed yet in the first quarter. Oladipo over to Evans. Evans a deep ball. Too strong. Yogi Ferrell somehow, the fourth-year man out of Indiana, grabs the rebound. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, short. Domantas Sabonis grabs the rebound. Here comes Indiana the other way. Driving is Evans. Evans puts it in and got a slap on the arm from Mike Muscala, and he'll have the and one opportunity. And look at points in the paint. 6 for the Sonics, 20 for Indiana. They have been attacking this entire first quarter here at Key Arena.
Free throw attempts. Last time I checked, I think that's 75%.
The Pacers making a switch here. Brewers checked in.
So a change here for the Pacers. Oladipo's going to go to the bench. Corey Brewer checks in. Looks like everything else is still the same. As Ferrell to CJ Miles, who puts it in. 28-23. Sonics down by 5 now with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Here's Domantas Sabonis. O'Quinn sets a screen. Sabonis drives inside. Over O'Quinn, he gets it to go, and the Pacers lead is back up to 7. They are shooting 67% here in the first quarter. That is excellent. Yogi Ferrell's going to be whacked hard. First foul by the Pacers. It's on Domantas Sabonis, and Yogi will have a pair of free throws. Played for the Mavericks and the Brooklyn Nets in last season. First free throw, no good. Neither team has sunk one from the line just yet. Ferrell changes that in a blink of an eye and makes it 30-24. Here comes Tyreke Evans with it. Got Ferrell on him. Joseph moves to the left side. Here's Kyle O'Quinn. Corey Brewer trying to pick up right where Oladipo left off. He can't make it, though, as Jamal Crawford, 38 years old, grabs the rebound. Here's Caldwell-Pope. Not going to go. O'Quinn the rebound. Here comes Corey Brewer hustling up the troops. Into the deep right corner, that's Tyreke Evans. He's got Caldwell-Pope draped all over him. Joseph now with Jamal Crawford watching him over. 8 to shoot now. Joseph makes a shimmy shake. Shot from 15 along the baseline, not going to go. Under a minute now in quarter number 1. Yogi Ferrell with it. Yogi, Joseph all over him. Here's Muscala in the corner. What a shot by Mike Muscala. Had a solid season last year with Atlanta. Prior to that was strong with the Mavericks. And it's 30-26 now. Here's Kyle O'Quinn with it. Has stops in Orlando and Madison Square Garden in his career, as bad defensive miscue right there as an easy drive to the basket for Tyreke Evans. 7 seconds separate shot and game clock, 16 shot, 23 game. Here's Yogi Ferrell. Ferrell's going to drive on Joseph. Fade away, not going to go off the back iron. O'Quinn the rebound. We'll see if the Pacers hold for a last shot. Had a fast break opportunity, but Joseph slows him down. 5 seconds now. Corey Brewer looking for a shot. Time ticking down. He feeds inside. Fade away by Evans. Not going to go as the buzzer sounds. And the first quarter of basketball in Seattle is complete. That man scored half the Pacers' points in the quarter. 16 for Oladipo to lead them on an early charge. It's Indiana 32, Seattle 26. Here on WUB Network, America's sports leader. Second quarter about to get underway. It's 32-26. So we'll get up to date on who's in the game right now. There's John Lure. He's one of the guys from this expansion draft. Yogi Ferrell's out there with Jamal Crawford. Then it's C.J. Miles, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and John Lure manning the paint as Jamal Crawford misses. Rebound Joseph. Joseph, Evans, Brewer, O'Quinn, and Sabonis, the 5 for the Pacers. Brewer can't hit from long range. He's 0 of 2 from the great beyond. Here's Tyreke Evans, back out to Brewer beyond the arc in the deep left corner. He'll move in towards the logo, drives along the baseline, makes a shimmy shake, and hits it on a bank shot off the high glass. 34-26, Pacers with their biggest lead. Here's Yogi Ferrell. And that's stolen. What an athletic grab by Sabonis. Fast break here. Corey Joseph going to get stopped by Ferrell. He's going to pop. He's not going to get it to go, though. C.J. Miles comes flying in for the rebound. Here's Yogi. Yogi Ferrell bounced past Miles. Back through the air to Ferrell. Ferrell kicks Jamal Crawford. Lure sets a nice screen. Crawford almost loses his footing as he puts that one up, but he can't hit. 8-point lead for Indiana. You can tell the offense has stalled since Oladipo went on the bench, but Seattle hasn't really done much in that span either. Tyreke Evans trying to get it through a double team. He can't hit. John Lure the rebound. That's something I think will change. I think we'll see Tyreke Evans in the lineup at some point this season at small forward for these Pacers. I just feel like his talent would probably work better in the starting lineup, but we'll see what Nate McMillan and the Pacers decide to do. Anyway, Sonics really running the shot clock down. 5 to shoot. Ferrell misses off the front of the rim. Kyle O'Quinn with the rebound. Here come the Pacers. But yeah, I think we could see him replace Boran Bogdanovic in the starting lineup at some point. Be interesting to see what their choice is. O'Quinn puts it up and in on the hook shot off the glass, and the Pacers lead by double digits. Sonics starting to struggle in their first game back at Key Arena. Nobody said it would be easy for these expansion teams, though, as Jamal Crawford misses from long range. He's been way off the mark so far. O'Quinn inside. Lure gave him a shot. No foul. O'Quinn hits it, and a timeout's going to be called here by Tom Winter. So timeout called here by the Sonics with 9:35 to go in the second quarter. Pacers leading at 38-26.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about is rotation. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
Big group substitution here for Seattle.
Bunch of changes. I believe the starters are coming back in. So the Pacers now going with all their starters except Oladipo, Collison, Brewer, Bogdanovic, Young, and Turner. Cook, Matthews, Mbah a Moute, Lure, and Olynyk are the 5 for the Sonics. Olynyk ends up on the floor as they lose the ball. Collison can't get it to go. Wesley Matthews almost tried to draw some contact there. Anyway, deep corner. That's Mbah a Moute. He can't hit, though. 3 possible centers in there for Seattle right now. As Brewer for 3. Corey Brewer finally connects. 9-0 run for the Pacers. And it's 41-26. Here's Quinn Cook. Olynyk sets a screen. Quinn Cook is going to try to attack. Sonics have lost the ball a lot over the past couple minutes. Wesley Matthews, who might have to be the star of this team this season, trying to lead them. Fader from Matthews off the glass, no good. Miles Turner with the rebound. Here comes Corey Brewer the other way. Not good to hear boos from the Sonics fans in their first game back home, as breaking right through to the basket is Collison, and it's a 17-point lead. Another timeout called here by Tom Winter. And the Pacers leading by 17 with 8:12 to go here in the quarter. No changes for either side of the mini stoppage. Sonics just want to get back on track because they have been silent in the first quarter. Sonics still haven't scored yet in the second quarter. They've been outscored 9-zip in the first 4 minutes. As Matthews with defensive intensity around him. Pass is going to get past Olynyk. Very sloppy play. And the Pacers are going to have the ball right under their basket. Seattle really struggling as Markieff Morris is going to come in for Jon Leuer. Believe Oladipo's still on the bench. Yes, he is. So, Sonics struggling right now in their first game back in Seattle. 43-26 with this new expansion team. Now, the one thing that there's the debate about history. Who's going to absorb what? Supposedly the Sonics, they're still in the works that they're going to absorb the past Seattle Sonics history as a three-pointer made by Thaddeus Young, and the Pacers lead by 20. Anyway, so that's part of that debate. And that the Thunder will just keep the Thunder records. So that's still being finalized. As anyway, here's Quinn Cook with it left of the basket. Feeds inside Morris. Took 5 minutes, but the Sonics finally score in the second quarter. Anyway, though, they trail by 18, 46-28. As a turnover, Sonics with a steal. Luke Mbah-a-Moute driving to the basket, whacked hard, can't finish, but draws the foul as Bojan Bogdanovic provides the contact. Nate McMillan frustrated with that. As Luke Richard Mbah-a-Moute will head to the line for the Seattle Sonics. Sonics 1 of 2 from the stripe so far. Make it 2 of 3 as he gets the lucky bounce. Here comes Oladipo. 7 of 7, 16 points in the first quarter. What will he do here in the second quarter? He replaces Corey Brewer, who it took a while for him to get on, but when he did, he hit a pair of three-pointers. Mbah-a-Moute gets back-to-back lucky bounces, and the Sonics are back within 16. Here's Oladipo. As we said, has not missed yet in the game. Thaddeus Young takes the ball on the left side. He's going to drive, whacked hard by Olynyk and Morris. Olynyk's going to get the foul, and he'll head to the line. Thaddeus Young, although 6'10", is very agile and can play on the perimeter and use his speed along with his strength to charge to the basket. First free throw is good. Let's see if Young does that move again, because it kind of almost looks like a free throw violation because he goes so forwards when he shoots it. Not this time. The first shot, he really went forwards. So anyway, he nails both from the stripe. 48-30, less than 7 minutes to go. I don't know what in the world Quinn Cook was thinking there. That's going to go sailing out of bounds, and it'll be Pacer ball. And Tom Winter doesn't look too happy. Here's Miles Turner over to Thaddeus Young. 10 to shoot. Thaddeus Young bounce pass inside. Miles Turner 5 to shoot. Kicks back Thaddeus Young. 3 to shoot now. Young, a lot of good defense here by the Sonics, and they force a missed shot. Olynyk the rebound. Here comes Quinn Cook. Just 2 of 6 for Thaddeus Young. That's something he'd like to improve upon as this game progresses. As Matthews, a deep 2 from right of the basket, goes down as he got free on the screen from Olynyk. It's 48-32. Here's Thaddeus Young back to Collison. Collison's made some fancy shots so far. Darren Collison finds Turner. Miles Turner puts it in, and it's 50-32. 18-6. That's what the Pacers have outscored the Sonics by in the second quarter, as we're halfway through quarter number 2. Quinn Cook over to Olynyk. Back to Cook. Bounce pass to Wesley Matthews. Here's Wesley Matthews driving to the basket. Up and under. Almost got the very nice finish. Miles Turner the rebound. Here's Oladipo still looking for his first points of the second quarter. He's going to exploit Matthews, drives to the basket, can't finish, grabs his own rebound though, and puts it in. That was his first miss, but he cleans up his mess. Now 8 of 9, 18 points, 12 have come from inside the painted zone, and the Pacers have their biggest lead. They're up 52-32 with 5:15 to go here in the second quarter. Matthews over his head back to Olynyk, who nailed a trifecta of trifectas in the first quarter. Here comes Matthews. Again, that's the one mistake the Pacers keep having. They leave the deep left corner open. Mbah a Moute with the miss, and it gets batted out of bounds, and the Sonics keep possession. Something the Pacers definitely want to improve upon. They can't leave guys open to make open shots. Even if you've got a strong, potent offense, there are certain teams in the East you just can't do that to, like the Celtics, the Sixers, the Magic, the Cavs. Just teams you can't really do that. As Wesley Matthews, again, wide open for three from the right wing, and it's 52-35. Here comes Darren Collison, guarded by Quinn Cook. Collison is going to be fouled by Quinn Cook, his first, the team's second, and Collison will shoot a pair. First free throw is good, make it 53-35. Olynyk's going to go to the bench. Mike Muscala is going to check in for the Sonics. Makes them both, and the lead's back to 19 for the Pacers. 4 of 5 from the free throw line for Indiana. Sonics 3 of 4. Each team missed their first free throw and have been good since. Quinn Cook trying to get around, but Collison all over him. Now Morris, what a fadeaway. Can he finish? No, a little bit too strong. Here comes Oladipo out of the skirmish with the ball, going right to the basket and puts it in with the finger roll. What a game for Victor Oladipo. We've already seen a 50-point game from James Harden against the Dubs. Now 20 points for Victor Oladipo here, still with 4 minutes to go before halftime. And he's 9 of 10 from the field. As Cook gets around the nice screen from Muscala and puts up the finger roll and gets it to drop. Quinn Cook now with 4 points. He's also dished out 6 assists. Here's Darren Collison, guarded by Quinn Cook. Finds Miles Turner. Turner just outside the painted zone. Kicks behind him Oladipo. Oladipo working on Wesley Matthews. Fader, not going to go. Muscala the rebound. Here comes Luke Richard Mbah a Moute. He's going to stop short just in front of the circle. Muscala back to Quinn Cook. Here is Mike Muscala. Rattles it home. 56-39. 6 points now for Mike Muscala. None of them have come inside the paint, which is interesting. Collison behind the back to Oladipo now. Oladipo at the elbow. Drives, off balance. Can't finish, but he draws the contact and he'll have free throws. Almost made a spectacular one there. Wesley Matthews with the foul. Looks like a bunch of changes coming for both sides here. First free throw misses for Victor Oladipo. Sabonis, O'Quinn, Joseph, and I believe Evans all checking in for the Pacers to join Oladipo. As for the Sonics, they're now going with Muscala, Morris, CJ Miles, Crawford, and Yogi Ferrell. Second free throw drops for Oladipo. He's got 21 now. It's 57-39 Pacers with 2:55 to go before the break. Muscala stopped short by O'Quinn. Can't finish. Gets the rebound and tips it back in with the right hand. And it's a 16-point lead for Indiana. Here's Oladipo in the corner. Victor Oladipo now goes around the middle. Now kicks Evans. Here's Sabonis. Bounce pass inside Kyle O'Quinn. O'Quinn, Sabonis, back to Evans. 5 to shoot, pick set, Evans drives, Evans to the basket, was going to slam it down, changes to a layup, and finishes anyway. Pacers, this is going to be a stat, 60% from the field here in the first half. Shooting 50 is excellent, 60 is marvelous. Crawford gets Froome, can't hit though, another missed three-pointer. Here comes Corey Joseph. 2 minutes left in the first half. Here's Oladipo. 9 of 11 from the field. Thinks about pumping. Loses the ball. Jamal Crawford the steal. Here come the Sonics on the break. Crawford lays it up and in. And the Sonics are back within 16. Here comes Tyreke Evans. O'Quinn sets a screen. Evans goes around the right side. Now feeds back O'Quinn. Back to Joseph. Pacers with good non-verbal communication and just moving the ball around and moving when you don't have the ball. Something important to do. As Ferrell, I think that was blocked by Sabonis. And now somehow I don't know how Markieff Morris put that one in anyway. An and one opportunity as he puts it in. A foul called. Nate McMillan not happy with that. Watch Markieff Morris here. Fighting for it. 4 Pacers around him and he still finishes. That one goes down, and the Sonics are the closest they've been since the very beginning of the quarter, 59-46. They'd love to get it down to 10 headed to halftime and have a chance. Here's Oladipo, met by Jamal Crawford. Sabonis with it now. Sabonis out to an open Corey Joseph on the left wing. He can't finish, though. Morris with another strong rebound. Here comes Crawford. He stops and pops from 3. Not going to go. A little bit of a rush there. Sabonis the rebound. Here comes Corey Joseph. Oladipo gets free. O'Quinn sets a pick. Oladipo steps back. Crawford staying on him. Now he feeds. Corey Joseph open for 3. He can't finish. O'Quinn the putback off the back iron. No good. 40 seconds now here before the halftime break. Caldwell Pope into the corner. That's Yogi Ferrell. What a spin move by Ferrell. Gets his own rebound. Not going to go, and it's batted around. Oladipo ends up with it. Here comes Victor Oladipo, who's been getting rebounds. He's been getting assists. He could be putting himself in the line for a possible triple-double tonight, as here's Corey Joseph. 10 to shoot. Inside Sabonis. Sabonis fouled by C.J. Miles, and he'll go to the stripe here with 12.9 to go before halftime. First free throw sinks it, and it's 60-46. Oladipo's going to head to the bench. Corey Brewer checks in. John Luer's going to check in for Markieff Morris. That one's going to go as well, so the Sonics can hold for a final shot here. It's Jamal Crawford, 10 seconds. Crawford's got to move. Got only 5 seconds. Got to put something up. Crawford spins. Oh, what a move by Crawford, and the finger roll is good. Sabonis just chucks it into Evans, and that's going to be halftime. Up and down for Seattle, but for some of the struggles they've had, it's nice to see them down only 13 in the first game back in Seattle. Pacers up by 13. It's time for the halftime report. Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal will be sending it to them now.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime show on 2K Sports. Victor Oladipo putting in some incredible work. He had 21 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 block. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. And Shaq, what did you see out there from the Pacers?
The area where they impressed me the most has been on the boards. When the shot's going up, everybody goes for it. Just a matter of maintaining that energy, playing with that same kind of aggression in the final 2 quarters.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about this home team?
Well, they're facing a team that shot very well in the first half. Now, that being said, they probably weren't aggressive enough on the defensive end. That was the difference.
And that will conclude our halftime presentation. We take you back to Kevin.
All right, thank you guys. As we're ready to get back going. Before we do, though, let's take a look at some player stats. As you saw, 56% in the first half shooting for the Pacers, only 39% for the Sonics. That's a telltale sign that things aren't going great. But as you see, a packed crowd here at Key Arena. So let's just take a look at these stats and see how everybody's been doing. Markieff Morris, 10 points, 5 boards, leading the way for the Sonics. 9 points, all from long range for Kelly Olynyk, who's popped a couple from the great beyond. Mike Muscala's added 8 points. Wesley Matthews with 5. 4.7 assists for Quinn Cook. See Thaddeus Young, 7. 6 each for O'Quinn, Evans, and Collison. But 21 points and 5 rebounds, an assist, a steal, and a block. 9 of 11 from the field. 2 3-pointers and a free throw made. No fouls for Victor Oladipo, doing basically everything for this Pacers team. looking like a playoff caliber team that could be carried by Oladipo, who fell out of favor with multiple teams, not by his own doing, just because he didn't seem to fit their mold, and I think he fits the mold here in Indiana perfectly. So, Collison, Oladipo, Young, Bogdanovich, and Turner, the 5 on the floor for Indiana. Seattle going with Matthews, Mbah a Moute, Cook, Morris, and Olynyk, as Matthews with the fader from about 16 along the baseline, and the Sonics are within 11. Here comes Collison. He finds Oladipo on the left wing. Oladipo makes a move. Now here comes Victor. Wide open corner 3. Thaddeus Young. That's good. And the Pacers back up by 14. That looked like a type of Pacers defense move where they just leave someone wide open on the wing. Now, the whole flaw with this, yeah, there's certain teams where you do that, where you got a big man that you want to control. Well, both these teams, Olynyk, Thaddeus Young, Turner, they have big men that play on the perimeter, so that's completely defeating the purpose. Oladipo feeds inside Turner. Miles Turner's been quiet scoring-wise, but he's going to get that rattle there. Only 6 points for Turner, but he's made all 3 shots. 66-50 now. Here's Quinn Cook. Morris calling for the ball as Quinn Cook's going to drive. Cook loses the ball. Young with the steal. Here comes Bogdanovich. It's a 3-on-2 break. Bojan's not being stopped, but he misses the easy open layup. Olynyk the rebound. Here comes Mbah a Moute into the corner. Now feeds Cook. Bunch of Sonics players just all over each other, and they're not moving whatsoever. That's going to be a problem. When you had an agile big man like Tom Winter who's coaching your team, definitely annoying to see. As the shot clock expires, Morris almost hits as he goes to the floor. Here's Bogdanovich now. Into the corner, that's Victor Oladipo. VO lays it up and in. That's 23 points now for Oladipo in 19 minutes, shooting 10 of 12 from the field, and the Pacers are right back up by 18. Olynyk sets a screen. Here's Quinn Cook. Over to Kelly. Well, unfortunately, after our first game with the Warriors and the Rockets, that incredible game, we're not replicating that here, but still a fun game to watch nonetheless, as the fader is not going to drop for Wesley Matthews from the elbow. Bogdanovich the rebound. Here's Collison for 3. No. Oladipo grabs the rebound, can't finish. Wesley Matthews grabs it, and here come the Seattle Sonics. 3 minutes gone in the third quarter. It's the Pacers 68, the Seattle Sonics 50. Great ball movement by Seattle to get Mbah a Moute uncovered at the basket for the jam. And it's 68-52. Here's Thaddeus Young. Over to Oladipo. Loses the ball. A rare miscue there for Victor Oladipo. And Seattle takes over. Here comes Quinn Cook. And Tom Winter's going to call timeout. Now only 3 remaining for them. Pacers have not used a timeout yet. So 68-52, 8:42 left in the third. We'll be back in a moment here on WUB Network, America's sports leader. And don't forget about the Flex Seal Series at Daytona, the renamed Xfinity Series for the Progressive Cup Series. They'll be in action in just 2 weeks' time. In qualifying today, they just happened. Ryan Reed was fastest in qualifying, followed by Christopher Bell, the 22, which I believe is Brad Keselowski, then Blake Cook and Chase Elliott. It should be a fun race to watch as the field gets competitive there. So 68-52, Pacers in front. Our next live NBA broadcast will be the Lakers taking on the other expansion team, the Virginia Beach Barracudas, as that's going to drop for Quinn Cook. 6 points now for Quinn Cook. It's 68-54. We've also got a Lakers-Warriors broadcast on the way soon. I believe Celtics Heat next week as well, so it should be fun. Also, we got highlights of this and MLB highlights coming on the way soon as well. Mbah a Moute puts it up, not going to go. Most likely we're going to have NASCAR Heat 3 video later, and then we'll have some MLB highlights tomorrow. As here comes Wesley Matthews out of the skirmish with the ball. Over to Quinn Cook. All over him is Collison. And a foul's going to be called on Darren Collison. His first, it's a blocking foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Olenek over to Quinn Cook. Here's Quinn Cook with it. Over to Morris. Morris, nice floater with the hook shot. And after the Pacers got back up by 18, the Sonics have gotten it back within 12 now. Collison drives, shot deflected and knocked way up in the air by Olenek. A ferocious block by Kelly. Tom Winter can surely be happy about that. Turner's going to throw it in from under the basket with 15 on the shot clock. Trying to get it in. He does somehow to Bogdanovich. Big breakdown there by the Sonic D. And the shot goes down for Bojan Bogdanovich. It's 70-56. Cook finds Marcus Morris. Markieff Morris. I keep saying Marcus. It's Markieff. Marcus Morris is still in the Celtics. Anyway, Wesley Matthews. Three-pointer is going to drop. And it's an 11-point game. We talked at the beginning of this game how Wesley Matthews has to make a big impact on the Sonics team. Possibly be the key leader on this team, something he's never really had to do. And right there, showing that he can be that. But the key leader for the Pacers is Oladipo, and he's going to find Bogdanovich for a three of his own. And the Pacers are back up by 14. Here comes Quinn Cook with it. Cook finds Wesley Matthews. Matthews guarded tightly. That's Oladipo, almost forcing him out of bounds. 8 to shoot. Matthews trying to find an opening. Kelly Olynyk over to Mbah a Moute. Now inside Morris. Between the circles, that's Olynyk. The straight-on J is good. Olynyk now with 11 points, and it's 73-61. First two-pointer for Olynyk. Somehow the center does not have any points in the paint. That and 3 three-pointers in the first quarter. Carlson finds Miles Turner, who puts it in. People talk about that big draft from a few seasons ago with D'Angelo Russell, Karl Anthony Towns, Porzingis, but people always forget Miles Turner was the 6th pick in that draft, and he's turned out to be one of the better players out of that crew. As here's Wesley Matthews, 5:52 to go here in the third quarter. Matthews inside, here's Markieff Morris. Morris with the step back, not going to go. Rebound Oladipo. Victor Oladipo had 16 first quarter points, leading the Pacers to the early lead that they have not yet surrendered. As he finds Collison. Open three-pointer is good. And the Pacers are back up by 17 with 5:32 to go. Here's Quinn Cook. He loses the ball. Collison with the steal. Now it's Collison versus Olynyk hustling down the floor. Olynyk tries to alter the shot. He can't, though. And the Sonics have their biggest lead since the second quarter. They're up 19. Pardon me, the Pacers. Collison goes coast to coast for the finish. 5:13 to go here in quarter number 3. It's 80-61 Indiana. Driving in is Cook. Puts it up. That's going to go. 17-point game. Here comes Darren Collison, and the first timeout of the game called by Nate McMillan here with 4:59 to go in the third. So anyway, some notables from Flex Seal Series qualifying. Justin Allgaier ended up crashing during his qualifying time, so Allgaier's going to start at the back. He'll be starting rolling off P30. Ross Chastain blew an engine halfway through his laps somehow, so he's going to be starting 29th. They'll just stay in row 15. They're starting at the rear, both in backup cars. Even behind old Morgan Shepherd, who's rolling off the grid 28th. As a bunch of changes for both sides. The benches are in. Joseph Brewer, O'Quinn. We'll figure out who else is in there in a moment. Tyreek Evans and Sabonis, the 5 for Indiana, as the jumper no good from Evans goes right back to him at the elbow, and he's going to back out to the three-point line. It's now Yogi Ferrell. CJ Miles is in there. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Lure and Jamal Crawford is a bad pass. It's going to go flying down the court, and the Sonics will take possession. Mistake there by Domantas Sabonis. Caldwell-Pope finds Yogi Ferrell. Ferrell's had some good shots, but has also put up a couple of real stinkers. Very similar to a lot of these bench players for Seattle, as CJ Miles misses badly on the open three. Rebound Corey Brewer. You look at that, the rebounds and the field goal percentage, mainly the reason the Pacers are in control right now. Joseph can't hit. Sabonis, though, with the rebound, but he's stuffed at the basket by CJ Miles. Here comes Jamal Crawford. Wide open in the corner is Ferrell. He'll nail that three with authority. 80-66. 3:48 to go here in the quarter. Here's Corey Brewer. Brewer drives inside, backs out slightly. Now out to the wing, that's Domantas Sabonis. Here is a three-pointer. Tyreke Evans. 83-66. 9 points now for Tyreke Evans. 3:27 to go here in the third quarter. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope drives in. Oh, what a block by Tyreke Evans. O'Quinn and Evans combining for the block. Brewer inside. Tyreke puts it in. And the foul on CJ Miles, his second. Looked like momentum was heading towards Seattle after that three from Ferrell, and now back the other way. Tyreke Evans combines with O'Quinn for the block and then puts it in on the and one. And Tom Winter can just sit there and watch. Tyreke can't hit, rebound CJ Miles. 3:10 to go here in quarter number 3. Here's Yogi Ferrell with it. Caldwell-Pope comes over on a give and go. Now met by a double team. Now Miles with Sabonis all over him. Caldwell-Pope's got 5 to shoot. Quick screen set. Jamal Crawford with an opening for 3. No. Lure cleans up the mess, puts it in, and the foul. Sabonis now with 3 fouls. The first person we've seen in any sort of real foul trouble in this game. Nice job there by John Lure to put it in. Free throw is golden, and it's 85-69. Pacers up by 16 now, with 2:48 to go in the third quarter. Joseph over to Kyle O'Quinn. Feeds to Joseph. Joseph is going to get around an end. O'Quinn trying to set a screen. Now O'Quinn's going to back off. Corey Joseph's got 5 to shoot. O'Quinn calling for the ball. 3 to shoot. Joseph drives, puts it up. Not going to go, though. A foul on Ferrell. A lot of fouls on both sides now. And Corey Joseph will shoot free throws. First chance at the stripe here for Corey Joseph. And he'll attempt 2 shots. First free throw misses. Second free throw coming here for Corey Joseph. That one does go, so it's the lead back to 17 for Indiana. 2:24 to go here in the third quarter. Ferrell. Screen set. Crawford in the corner. That's a 3. No. O'Quinn grabs the rebound. Here comes Corey Joseph the other way. Joseph over to Evans. Can't finish, though. Foul's going to be called on Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. First free throw for Evans is good. He's 5 of 10 from the field, 12 points. And as I said, I just can't see Nate McMillan keeping him on the bench the whole season. A starter almost his entire career with Sacramento and New Orleans and Miami. I just see him as a starter at some point, and maybe they move Bojan Bogdanovic to the bench. Both free throws go. The Pacers are back up 19. Although it's quiet, the yellow and green faithful have stayed here to watch basketball for the first time in over a decade. That one's not going to go. Caldwell Pope misses from 12. Here comes Tyreke Evans the other way. Pacers trying to get for their biggest lead of the game, and they got it. 21 points, their biggest lead of the game, 90-69, with 1:43 to go in the third quarter. Here's Farrell with it. He's going to kick. Now back Yogi Ferrell. Ferrell a three. That's going to be short. Rebound Kyle O'Quinn. Here comes Corey Joseph. He's been red hot here in the third quarter. Joseph finds Sabonis. Sabonis. Big mismatch here with CJ Miles. Trying to make it look easy, but he can't finish. Miles bats it up slightly. Here comes Yogi Ferrell now. Yogi, CJ, basket, good. Sonics doing a little better here in the second half, shooting 47% from their 38% in the first half. Less than a minute now in the quarter. Sabonis blows past CJ Miles and runs the baseline for the easy lay-in. 92-71. Here is Crawford with some room. He'll bucket one. Jamal Crawford struggled mightily all game. Able to get that one to fall, though. 15 seconds separate shot and game clock. We got 30 seconds here left in the third quarter. Here is Tyreke Evans with it. Evans makes a move, puts it up, gets it to go on the interior. And the lead's back to 21. 20 seconds now, shot clock is off. I'd expect them to hold for the last shot, but Yogi Ferrell's looking a little intense right now. 10 seconds in the third quarter. Ferrell, let's see, he's going to find Jamal Crawford. Crawford kicks back. Ferrell throws it out of bounds, Pacers ball, and they'll have it with 3 seconds. A lot of really bad turnovers by the Sonics that have not been the Pacers getting in the way. Because the Pacers haven't played a great defensive game. The Sonics have just been very sloppy. And I mean, that's what happens with an expansion team when you got guys who have never really played together before. As Evans misses from deep, and that'll end the quarter. After 3, the Pacers in control at Key Arena. It's 94-73. We'll be back for the fourth quarter here on WUB Network, America's sports leader. Back at Key Arena here, fourth quarter about to get underway. 94-73 the score. We'll update you on who's in the game in just a moment. So for the Pacers, Kyle O'Quinn out there with Tyreke Evans. Then they've got Oladipo, Bogdanovich, and Sabonis. It's Cook, Crawford, Olynyk, Bahamute, and Caldwell Pope, the 5 for the Sonics. As here comes Kentavious, and he'll throw it in with authority. Nice job there by Kentavious Caldwell Pope, who's been pretty quiet so far. Here's Tyreke Evans. Over to Collison. I was wrong. Oladipo's not in. That's Darren Collison. As losing the ball slightly is Evans. He gets it back. Trying to make all kinds of moves here on Crawford. Can hit. Olynyk corrals the miss. Here's Quinn Cook. Over to Caldwell Pope. So it's Cook, Caldwell Pope, Crawford, Miles, and Olynyk, the 5. Cook is trapped by Collison. Olynyk sets a little screen. Cook gets some room, and he can't hit, though. Rebound Kyle O'Quinn. Here's Caldwell Pope for 3. Pardon me, Bogdanovich, rather, for 3. Caldwell Pope with the rebound. 10:54 to go here in Seattle. Here's Caldwell Pope. Getting it from Cook. Cook gets it back. Quinn Cook almost runs out of bounds. That wouldn't have been good. Olynyk backing in on O'Quinn. The fader from the Sonic logo is not going to go. Here comes Tyreke Evans. Evans trying to get around Crawford. He does. Lays it up. Not going to go. Rebound Kelly Olynyk. Here comes Jamal Crawford with the ball. Crawford makes a nice move. Makes a spin move. Back to Quinn Cook. Cook over to Jamal Crawford. 6 to shoot. Crawford drives inside, lays it up, and gets it to go. 94-77. Here's Darren Collison over to Bogdanovich. Boran Bogdanovich puts it up. Not going to go. Olynyk the rebound. Sonics trying to go on a mini run here as the Pacers have not scored yet in the quarter. Caldwell Pope can't hit. Olynyk, the athletic grab and puts it in, and Seattle's within 15. Nice grab right there. Evans over to Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich finds Sabonis. Sabonis works inside, puts it up, and hits. 96-79. Here's Jamal Crawford. Crawford. Back to Cook. Olynyk sets a screen. Here comes Quinn Cook. Shovels it up into the basket. 96-81. Quinn Cook into double figures. He's got 10 points. Similar numbers to the Pacer point guard, Darren Collison. Really, the story of this game is probably going to go down to Oladipo's 16 first quarter points that helped the Pacers jump out early. And they haven't surrendered. Haven't allowed the Sonics within any closer than 10 since early in the second quarter. Here's Jamal Crawford. Olynyk sets the screen. Crawford jumper, no good. Rebound Kyle O'Quinn. O'Quinn fires ahead to Tyreke Evans. Evans puts it up. Gets it to go. Tyreke Evans with 14 points. And the Pacers lead 100-81. Here's Quinn Cook. Over to Kentavious Caldwell Pope. He backs in slightly. Shoot. No good. Olynyk the rebound. Cook puts it up and gets it to go. 100-83 the score. Here's Darren Collison, and a timeout's going to be called here by Nate McMillan. Each team with 3 more timeouts. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back in a moment here on WUB Network, America's Sports Leader. Do not go anywhere. Bunch of changes for both sides. It looks like most of the starters are in, and Oladipo is back in, to my surprise. I'm surprised both teams are actually bringing their starters in. It's early in the season. You'd think maybe they'd want to rest them up. Anyway, it's Bogdanovich, Collison, Turner, Young, and Oladipo against the whole crew of Sonic starters. Oladipo can't hit there. Morris, Cook, Mbah a Moute, Matthews, Olynyk all in for Seattle. Here's Wesley Matthews, the fader. No good. Almost got it to go, but it rolled around and did not get the lucky roll whatsoever. Dominating in rebounds. 49-39 the difference as Thaddeus Young can't hit. Turner grabs the Pacers' 50th rebound. He can't finish, though. Olynyk grabs it. Here comes Quinn Cook. Cook with it. Under 7 minutes left here. Kelly Olynyk over to Mbah a Moute. 10 to shoot. Inside. Here's Morris. Morris backs in. Fader is no good. Rebound Thaddeus Young. Here comes Bojan Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich drives, lays it up and in, takes a tumble, and Bogdanovich falls hard. Bojan Bogdanovich slow to get up there. Once there's a stoppage, we might just check after this play because he took a hard fall. He does get back down the court, but here's Matthews. Cook, 3 is good. and 106, 102.86. Let's just take a look and just keep an eye on Bogdanovich here. He took a hard fall here. First of all, this is a very athletic basket, but yeah, I thought he was shaking. Very slow to get up there. So anyway, 102.86. Cook was open as a result of that. Halfway through the final quarter of play. Collison driving. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Quinn Cook. Cook's going all the way himself, but he's going to be slowed down by Collison at the three-point line. Collison covers him. Here's Quinn Cook. Open in the corner. That's Markieff Morris. In and out. Rebound, Darren Collison. Morris only 2 second-half points as Bogdanovich looks all right as he drains the open three. It's 105.86 now with 5 minutes to go at Key Arena. Quinn Cook. Morris sets a screen. Cook around the bend. Puts up the floater and gets it to go. 105.88 now. Here comes Darren Collison the other way. Finds Oladipo. Now back Collison. Collison bounce pass Oladipo. Victor not going to go. Rebound Thaddeus Young. What a block. My goodness, what a block by Morris. Here's Quinn Cook. Olynyk sets a screen. Morris finds Kelly Olynyk. Puts it in and the foul. Sonics trying to make a late game charge as they've actually outscored the Pacers in the paint here in the second half, 24-20. Which is an interesting stat to keep an eye on. Sonics really did not use the paint in the first half, but they're doing it now as Olynyk drills the free throw. 105-91. Here's Victor Oladipo, who's been quiet since his big first quarter. Oladipo punted away by Quinn Cook. Here comes Cook on the fast break. Puts up the layup, not going to go. Gets his own rebound, though. Resets, puts it in. And the Sonics are within 12 with 4:26 to go. I'm going to say this is long from over, my friends. Collison drives. Gets the very fortunate roll right there as Darren Collison's got 13. Pacers back up 14, approaching 4 minutes left. Olynyk sets a screen. Cook to Morris. Bad pass, but last touch Miles Turner, and Sonics will have it under the basket with 13 to shoot. Mamute is going to be throwing it in. It's going to be hard. He's got to get it in over Boban. He does to Wesley Matthews. Bojan Bogdanovich, not Boban. That's Boban Marjanovic. As Wesley Matthews can't hit, trade Miles Turner the rebound. Oladipo makes a move, puts up the three, gets the lucky roll, and that's the icing on the cake. I think that crushes the Sonics' last hopes as Victor Oladipo nails the open three. It's 110-93. Here's Wesley Matthews. Over to Olynyk. Kelly Olynyk working on Miles Turner. Back to Matthews. 5 to shoot for Wesley. He's got to get something up. He's forcing his way into the paint. Now he's going to fade out of it, and he can't hit. Thaddeus Young, the rebound. Here comes Victor again. Oladipo, another open J. Not going to go this time. Rebound, Wesley Matthews. Here's Quinn Cook with it. Collison bringing the pressure. Cook's going to back way out. Here's Kelly Olynyk. Olynyk almost made his fourth three right there, but not to be. Turner the rebound. He fires it over to Collison. Here's Victor Oladipo. 2:47 to go here. Thaddeus Young. Oladipo steps momentarily out. Here's Collison. Here's Turner now. Turner fade away. Not going to go. Kelly Olynyk corrals the miss. 12 rebounds for Olynyk. He's got a nice double-double on this one. 2.5 minutes remain in Seattle. Here's Wesley Matthews. Olynyk sets the screen. Matthews with the drive. Finds Morris. Morris, mid-range J. Not going to go. Turner the rebound. Here comes Darren Collison. Collison with pressure coming. Here's Bogdanovich. Back to Collison. 8 to shoot. Bogdanovich calling for it. Now Turner back. Young. Thaddeus Young nails the 3, and the Pacers lead by 20 on an 8-0 run here, closing out the game. 1:52 to go. Here's Wesley Matthews with it. Matthews backs out slightly, puts up the shot, and gets it to go. 12 points for Wesley Matthews. No comparison, though, for Victor. Although Victor Oladipo, though, has been 4 of 11 since the first quarter, which isn't great, still having a very solid game. He finds Turner here, who tries to post up and fade on Olynyk, but can't get it to go. Final 90 seconds of opening night in Seattle. Mbah a Moute inside. Quinn Cook puts it up and in. It looked like when this game got to like 46-26, people were thinking, I mean, this is going to be a blowout. But the Sonics have kept it competitive, kept it between about 12 and 20 points since the second quarter. Not as exciting as the game between the Warriors and the Rockets, but still pretty fun. Anyway, here comes Quinn Cook. Collison, fadeaway 3 towards the bench, can't hit. Tipped in the air, Olynyk gets the rebound. Here comes Luke Richard Mbah a Moute. Mbah a Moute stripped by Oladipo. Here comes Victor. Probably final chance to score here for Indiana. Oladipo over to Collison. Under 30 seconds. Collison bounced pass to Turner. Turner the fade. Good with 24.2. So they won't be able to run it all the way down. 115-97. Sonics played a solid game, definitely things to improve upon. But as for these Pacers, very impressive, very good rebounding. They got to improve the defense slightly, but everyone going for the rebounds. Oladipo and Collison. Looks like a good team, starters and the bench. Anyway, 5 seconds. Three-pointer from Matthews is good, and the Sonics will get to 100 points. Point 3, sound of the buzzer, and the game is over. The Pacers win opening night, 115-100, and the Seattle Sonics lose their first game at Key Arena since 2007. Victor Oladipo scored 16 in the first quarter, and the Pacers never looked back from that early 10-point lead. Went on a big run early in the second quarter, fueled by Tyreke Evans and the rest of their bench, and that was about it. So we hope everybody enjoyed. Let's take a look at the statistics as we look at these final highlights. The Pacers were strong. Darren Collison, as was Oladipo. Tyreke Evans led that second quarter charge. Sonics played tough, but in the end, the Pacers win it 115-100. Quickly at the statistics, Quinn Cook scored 21, 3 rebounds, 9 assists. Good start for him. 16 points, 14 rebounds for Kelly Olynyk, who nailed a trifecta of threes. Same goes for Wesley Matthews. He totaled 15 points, 12 for Morris. If you enjoyed, this is WUB Network signing off. I'm Eddie Kalegi. We'll see you next time.